Hello there, anime fans. December is approaching and you know what that means. Yes, the fourth and final season of Attack on Titan is coming to your doorstep. So, while the community is hyped up, let's see a few of the best Attack on Titan moments to ever grace the TV screen. Without further wait, here we go. Number 10. Eren vs. Female Titan. To start off our list, I decided to choose one of Eren's best moments in the first season. His first fight with a female Titan didn't end as expected, but he managed to take the upper hand in the second fight. It was also some sort of plot revelation, as we understood that Eren had more power than he imagined, and he hadn't even reached his fullest potential yet. Credit should also be given to the amazing Sawano soundtrack, plus the great animation. It is common to see CGI mixed in when animating large-scale fights like this, but the animators of Wit Studio do a great job animating the scene with just traditional animation. Attack on Titan never failed to give us plot twists, but in terms of action, I'd say this is the best plot twist of all time. Number 9. Humanity vs. the Titan form of Rod Rice. Who is the biggest Titan in Attack on Titan? Wait until Season 4 and you'll know more, but since we're speaking in anime terms, Rod Rice is the guy who wins that place. He went from the evil father to the greatest threat mankind has ever faced. But here's where the intelligence of Erwin comes in. Erwin doesn't take long to devise a plan, and with his strategy and the Survey Corps' attention, humanity manages to defeat the largest Titan they've ever faced. This is one of those scenes that managed to show what sort of a great commander Erwin was, and apart from ending the character arc for our overly depressed Eren, this scene also showed how teamwork finally paves a way to victory. Number 8. Historia saves Eren. Recently, I did an anime power-ups video, and I think I should have included this one. No, Historia doesn't get any superpower or blast off people with high-octane action, but it's her unique character arc that gets shaped via this scene. Her father has been a great influence of Historia ever since the beginning of the third season. Rod Rice, even though evil, managed to perfectly show off a good father face to Historia in order to manipulate her. But Historia hears Ymir's words again before smashing her old man to the floor and declaring her own independence. This is the scene that transformed Historia Rice from a stress-relieving cute girl to the queen of the country. Levi vs. Female Titan. Yes, here comes a Levi moment, because what would Attack on Titan be without Levi? And when it comes to first impressions, Levi sure knows how to show one. Even though there were some minor sequences before about his fight with the Titans, this fight is what showed us why he is called humanity's strongest soldier. The female Titan was a more fierce threat than the other Titans. She nearly killed half of the squad in one round and defeated Eren using pure strategy, so it is natural for us to think she would be a worthy opponent for Levi. But as it turns out, speed is a soldier's greatest asset. Speed and swords. Because with those two, Levi manages to turn the female Titan into a mourning Titan. Number 6. Mikasa vs. Kenny Squad. Of course, how can we make a list without the best girl of the show? Even though she has less of her own unique moments, I think she works best when she's with a group, or when Eren is around. When Levi's squad ambushes Kenny's men inside the tunnel, a fight ensues. Each squad member assists in their own way, some even struggling with their own morality, but leave it to the Ackermans to perfectly slice off their enemies one by one. With Levi occupied with Kenny, I think the largest kill count goes to Mikasa, since she goes on slashing people with her blade. Unleash this girl to the battlefield and what you'll see is only blood and death. Number 5. Erwin Final Charge.
我々はここで死に次の聖者に意味を託すそれこそ唯一この残酷な世界に抗う術なのだ
Alright, time to scream out Sasageo because Erwin was a legend and died like a legend. Honestly, this man can motivate a bunch of soldiers to ride to their death. So, what more should you ask? Anyway, this scene managed to bring Erwin's character arc to closure and give him our heroic death. This is proof of how much we get attached to the side characters of the story. Erwin was just a mysterious and charismatic commander in the first season, but through the series we learned his own flaws, his own desires, and his failure to hide his guilt. In terms of sheer charisma, this was epic. Moments like these are what make us feel patriotic for a nation that doesn't even exist. Number 4. Levi vs. Kenny Squad.
お前もあんまり変わってねえなケニー
Ask any anime fan to point out a greatly choreographed battle scene and the first thing he would say is the fight between Levi and Kenny. Season 3 started off with a politically intriguing premise, but its second episode was all action and hype. Humanity's greatest soldier pitted against his shady mentor and his crew. What are the odds? Well, odds doesn't exist in a fight with Levi. He shows his skill with the vertical maneuvering equipment much better than previous seasons as he uses the environment around him to both flee and attack the squad. The numbers may be great, but Levi still has the way to become the star of the battlefield. Number 3. Rainer vs. Eren. Now the first fight between Eren and Rainer is great, but the second fight is where we see strategy played in. Eren is much more mature in this fight, both in terms of physical strength and intellect. His days fighting as a screaming boy in revenge is over. Before the fight you can see how Eren takes the time to study his opponent, then counter each of his attacks before attacking back. Eren knows the moves of Rainer and he uses this for his advantage. Rather than a hyped up action fight like the fight between Eren and Annie, this fight is actually an interesting fight in terms of both strength and strategy. Eren has come a long way and Rainer hadn't realized this by the time he started attacking. Number 2. Levi vs. Beast Titan. Is this even a fight? Because for me this looked like a one-sided massacre. Jokes aside, this moment is simply brilliant because 1. It finally destroyed the so-called pride of the Beast Titan, and 2. It once again showed how powerful Levi is. Yeah, throw in one of those walls were built to protect the Titans from Levi jokes because it might actually be true in this case. This seemed like a perfect and well-planned revenge for the death of Erwin, and on the other hand, the Beast Titan finally learned his lesson not to undermine humans. Once again, Levi showed how skilled he is with the gear, and once he's in action, there's nothing that could stop him. The action and animation here is fantastic, and without a doubt, this is one of the best Levi moments in the whole series. Number 1. Rainer and Bertholdt reveal. Topping our list, we have the reveal for Rainer and Bertholdt. I mean, what did you expect? For me to ignore the greatest and best executed plot twist of all time? What makes this a great plot twist is that the hints were there before, but we failed to notice them. And the scene was one of the best directed ones in the entire story. You've got creepiness mixing in as Rainer reveals in an almost numb expression that he is also the so-called Armored Titan, and Bertholdt is none other than the Colossal Titan. With the Sawano track running in their background, the two transform to their Titans, much to our horror. Attack on Titan had pulled out some obvious twists before, but this was one of the things we never saw coming. More scary plot twists are yet to come, But so far, this is the one that hooked us the most. So, there goes 10 of the best Attack on Titan moments. Season 4 is on the way, which in turn would give birth to some of the greatest moments in anime. So stay tuned till the 7th of December. As usual, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you can be instantly updated as soon as we release a new video. Once more, stay safe anime fans, and I'll see you guys in the next video.